I was actually doing a health assessment, for as an employee of a big corporation. Many corporations do a health assessment, and they started doing this several years ago, where they wanted the employees to be more aware about their health. So, when you were going to elect your benefits, like your medical insurance and dental and all that, they called that period open enrollment. I had to do a health assessment. It was part of the open enrollment, and a bunch of questions. Do you smoke? Do you eat vegetables? Do you exercise? Do you have a lot of stress in your life? And at the end of those questions, you get some results. And it's either green, yellow, or red. My results after answering like 40 different questions were all red. And it said that I was predisposed to heart disease, high blood pressure, premature death, and all these great things, right? And it was because of my age, my ethnicity, and my gender, and of high stress at work. So I figured, okay, there's only a couple of things that are within my control. I can eat more greens, and I can start to exercise. So I joined a running program in the city of Monrovia. Matter of fact, I had just moved to Monrovia, and they were opening a shoe shop. And I reached out to them and realized that, and learned that they had a running academy. So I used to run in high school, and I had not run since. It's been a long time since. So I joined that running group. And they would meet 3 days a week. So that was my experience with community, and how community can really have a positive social impact, because you would meet 3 times a week and you train to run a race. This group was training to run a 5K. And I was afraid, because I'm like, oh my God, what if I can't run? And but just meeting with a group of people who are there, again, they kind of keep you accountable, and you kind of get to know them. You bond and you form friendships. It motivated me to be part of that group, and I ran my first 5K with them. And then the coach asked, hey, are you going to go ahead and sign up for that 10K? And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's double the distance. I don't know if I can do it. But I did, because my friends were going to sign up for it. Ran a 10K. And then after that, I was like, hey, are you going to sign up for the half marathon? Oh my goodness, that's double the distance. I don't know if I can do it. But my friends signed up for it, so I did it too. Then, are you going to sign up for the LA Marathon? Oh my goodness, that's double the distance. My friends, and again, I keep going about the community and friendships, right? Because they motivate you. And so I signed up to run the LA Marathon. That changed my life. The fact that I was feeling better, I felt strong. I was just loved the way I was feeling. And I wanted to share that feeling with women specifically, because I started to read, and I started to really pay attention to the conversation that was going on around the country about the fact that, we're not as healthy as we could be, the fact that we're not exercising as much as we could be. And as I started reading that, everywhere I listened and everywhere I looked, I was being focused on everything that had to do with health. And so I started to think about changing careers, and I wanted to go into health and fitness. And it took me 3 years to make that decision, because again, being an employee, and it has its perks, right? You get benefits and all that. I started to do research, and is the fitness industry even growing? And I learned that women over 40 and baby boomers were investing in their health. And so I started to, maybe I become a personal trainer or health coach and work with women over 40. I joined an educational program to become a personal trainer and a health coach. And 3 years after that, I made that decision. I left my job, and I launched my personal training business to work with women over 40. It was 4 years into that career as a personal trainer that a woman asked me if I would walk with her, or she would pay me. The doctor didn't clear her to exercise. She wanted to lose 30 pounds, but because of her medical history, she was not cleared to exercise. And not that we were going to do strenuous, exercise, but just said no. So she asked me if I could walk with her. It was this experience that inspired the idea for Frendii, because I was getting paid to walk an hour, 4 days a week for several months. And during this time, this gal, now, she was retired, divorced, empty nester. Her closest friend lived 45 minutes away. And here in Southern California, 45 minutes, it could be a long time, because, traffic is not very easy. And I realized, I saw the regular social connection and the positive social impact, because she looked forward to the walks. She was smiling more. And then I'm thinking to myself, what about all the other women who may not have someone to show up every day and say, hey, let's go for a walk and talk. Tell me how your day was. So I started to read and research and realized that lack of frequent social connection, it's a real challenge for a lot of people. And I decided to think, what is it that I could do? There are solutions out there. There's other groups, other organizations that are, provide that space or that ability for women to come together on a regular basis. But obviously, there is still a void. and I wanted to do something about it. So I set out to learn what is it that I could do, and also talk to women to see what are they looking for. What are some of the challenges that they have? Why, because you said earlier that for some people it's challenging to make new friends, or some people are shy. It's not easy. You really have to be willing to put yourself out there. I learned that there are a lot of women that we're still looking for something, for a solution, for a community that they could be part of. And so that's exactly what inspired Frendii. Right now it is an app. And so we organize, and when I say we right now at this point in time, it's me. I organize regular, weekly curated events. For example, there's a breakfast the second Wednesday of every month. There's a dinner the last Friday of the month.
So you will actually meet?
Yes, in person. And
okay.
that's the goal, in-person, regular social connection, to create that community where women can actually make friends. Right now, the San Gabriel Valley chapter, for the breakfast, we meet in Monrovia. Matter of fact, it's always the second Wednesday of the month, which is happening tomorrow at a restaurant in Monrovia. And it's always in a restaurant in Monrovia. So we're also supporting the local community. Dinners also happen to be in the area, but we also launch a chapter in the Long Beach and Huntington Beach area. So for women who live in that area, we have the breakfast and the dinners. But we go on hikes. Matter of fact, we're going to go on a gondola ride in Long Beach the 17th of this month. We went to the Sawdust Festival. So we do different activities, museum outings, and I'm always looking for feedback from the members. What is it that they would like to do? What I really enjoy learning from the members is that some of them are doing things that they've always wanted to do, but they didn't have someone to do them with.
How many people show up?
It depends. The meals are always the ones that are most attended. It could be 10, it could be 5. And the women who are members, they pick and choose the activities that they want to go to. There's no requirement that you have to go to all of them. It is a membership-driven platform, so women do pay a fee to be part of the community, yes.
Have you made friends yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I consider every single person as a woman, they're my friend, because you cannot help but be friends with someone that you see on a regular basis. You get to know their story. Because when you're curious about people, you really allow yourself to get to know someone, and you enrich yourself more by getting to know someone. And so, yes, absolutely, I do.